Welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Jason Dagate. Thank you again for joining us. Phone lines are open, 879-1231. We will have open lines for another 30 minutes or so get on hold if you would like to comment on the debt ceiling, the flooding yesterday, technology, how secure you feel with in light of the information that's being portrayed in the media, in Parliament with News Corp, who's hacking into or was hacking into individual cell phones for news stories. You know, if you want to call in and talk about any of those subjects, 879-1231, and of course the number will be there on the bottom of your screen. Hello, welcome to Bayou Time. Thank you for holding.
Good evening, Jason.
All right, thank you for calling. Why don't you give us the other side of things?
Oh, okay. I think I will. I'll try anyway. You know, as far as the shrimp on the treadmill and the pickle thing, wouldn't that be a place for private industry? You know, where in the Constitution do you find that responsibility to the federal government?
Well, I guess someone would argue that, you know, Congress has to, you know, make sure that everybody's health and safety and welfare is maintained, so they need to try to make sure that, you know, nobody's being poisoned or anything like that.
Okay, how does that get into the pickled of the radishes for the fuel? Mm-hmm. So there's no health issue there. Okay. And as far as the health of the shrimp, being BP was responsible for the oil spill, shouldn't that have been part of that settlement with BP? If they thought a study was necessary, they should have at least let BP pay for it.
That's a good question.
And, you know, your caller a couple calls back mentioned that they were wanting to cut Social Security. That's not true. What they want to do is, as I think you tried to infer, raise the age, retirement age, where you can get on Social Security, since people are living longer today with modern medicines. Mm-hmm. And your caller right before the councilman, you know, he said he made $60,000 a year, and he doesn't want to raise his taxes. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't mind raising somebody else's that makes more money. You know, and that's the thing with socialism. Sooner or later, you run out of people to give away their money. And as far as the lottery, taxes on the lottery, whether you're for it or against it, you know, if you win the lottery, the thing is, Jason, the government is taking 35% of just about everybody's income. Mm-hmm. The government is too big, and they don't seem to get it through their head. You know, the government is growing. Every year is growing. President Obama has grown the federal government by, I'm sure, 30% or more. You know, and you can't keep growing the government. What we need to do is cut back on government spending, and balance the budget. And President Obama has already said that he's going to cut, what's the name of the bill? The Cut, Cap, and Balance. Is that the name of it?
That sounds right.
Yeah, so he's already said before they even present him with a bill that he's going to veto it. So,
well, you know, what's frustrating is both sides are saying, you know, I'd be willing to compromise if the other side would just come to the table with something that's worthy, but really it's not a valid plan, so I have to disagree with it. You know, both sides are saying that, and that's where, regardless of what side you sit on, we all can be a little frustrated that they're taking a little longer than necessary maybe to move the train forward.
And, you know, one of your callers mentioned that the Republicans were against eliminating the tax loopholes, and that's not true. But, Jason, as far as that 35% tax rate, okay, that's just federal taxes. Then you have state taxes. Then you have license fees, you know.
Well, I was just using that as a representation. You know, obviously, if we have taxes and we all have to pay taxes, well, if you win the lottery, that's income you have, so you got to pay the taxes on it. But it just shows you where an individual won $425,000, at least that's what it was said, you know, he's not getting that much. So, you know, let's say somebody makes $100, you know, a week, if you will, well, they only take home really $65. But if they needed that $100 to survive, then, you know, their salary would have to be raised to an even higher standard to get to that $100.
Well, if the person was smart, he would have took that amount of money over what is it, 20 years that they allow you, and they would take a smaller amount over time. But
well, some people need the cash. Maybe he really needs it right now. You don't know. You don't know what's going on.
An amount of money, you might not need it all right now.
Well, but maybe Jason, some people do, depending on their circumstances.
The point I was making is the federal government takes 35% out. Then you have state taxes. Then you have your taxes for your home. Then you have a driver's license fee. Right. And if you have a business, you have a business tax.
Yeah.
So, all in all, the government's probably taking upwards of 60% of your money. You got
then you got a sales tax
on groceries.
Yeah.
So the thing is, the government is just too big. When the federal government was established, the founding fathers didn't have any idea that the federal government was even going to have an income tax, much less that government altogether would be taking 50-60% of your money.
Right.
And there are programs in Washington that we could cut and eliminate completely. I mentioned to your dad the czars that President Obama has hired that aren't in the Constitution, and then not only the czars, but their staffs. Then we have NPR, National Public Radio. Where is that in the Constitution? The National Endowment for the Arts, is that in the Constitution? See, the government is grown well beyond the scope of what the framers of the Constitution had envisioned, and it's just too big. It's overreaching. It gets to you if you want to go to the bathroom. The federal government is there. They tell you how many gallons of water you can have in your toilet.
There you go.
So,
Thank you for the call.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
Okay, appreciate it. So we've heard, both sides of things. If you'd like to get involved and weigh in on the discussion, you can chime in if you choose to. Let's go to the next caller. Hello, welcome to Bayou Time. Thank you for holding. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can you turn your TV down, please? I'm hearing the background noise.
All right. The only thing I got to say is sounds like you got some jealous people around here.
Is we have what?
It sounds like to me you got jealous people. That person that won the lotto probably needed it or something like that.
Well, why is anybody? What makes it sound to you? I haven't heard any. That's just my opinion. Where somebody sounds jealous that somebody won the lottery. I mean, yeah, I guess everybody's jealous that they didn't win, but I didn't hear that tonight. Where somebody
spent his dollars just like everybody else does.
I didn't understand that call, but maybe if somebody else understood it, 879-1231. I didn't see where anybody thought the gentleman didn't deserve it more so than somebody else or was overly jealous of it. I just didn't see eye to eye with you on that one. I'm sorry. Hello, welcome to Bayou Time.
Yes.
Yeah,
John,
go ahead.
John Jason, how you doing today?
Doing fine. Thanks for calling.
It's been a while since I talked with you.
It has been a while. I believe you were in Tennessee, according to our last phone call we have when you were out in Tennessee calling.
That's right. I was in Tennessee then. But anyway, I just hope we can find out where the taxes is gone from the lotto, and it hadn't gone to the poor kids here in Louisiana. But to say something else about President Claudette here, my vote is for President Claudette, doing a good job. We shouldn't change it. But I want to talk about the debt ceiling.
All right.
The debt ceiling is very simple. The Republicans is talking about cutting Medicare. I don't care how you look at it. They're talking about cutting Medicare, giving the wealthy great tax breaks. But the people that don't like Obama, is the ones that they won't see a black president in. That's the truth. I'm talking facts now. I'm not going to talk easy no more when I call in. I just want to say that
I disagree with you. I don't think everybody who dislikes President Obama dislikes him solely because he's a black gentleman. I disagree with you.
General Jason, here in Terrebonne Parish.
Yeah, you keep referring to me as a general. I'm not a general in any way, shape, or form. Now, I don't want to mislead any member of the public because I don't have a military background.
No, what I mean, you're the Attorney General, right?
No, not the Attorney General either. But go ahead.
I thought you were working in the district attorney's office. That's why I called
Well,
you
that's an
Jones.
assistant district attorney.
Yeah,
but-
assistant general.
But,
yeah.
but that has nothing to do with me hosting this show tonight, so.
Okay, but do you know yourself, and you around police officers every day, that they are applying for applications for pistols, and they can't process them because so many people have been asking for permission to carry weapons, and 95, 100% of those people are white here in Terrebonne Pastures and Thibodeau. They waiting on a revolution that which not going to come, and if it did come, they would lose it. President Obama got more guns, more bombs, more Apache helicopters, and more ATF agents and FBI agents.
Well, so you think people are going to get concealed weapon permits because they're waiting on a revolution? And,
Well, they won't.
and not that they just want to make sure that they are protecting themselves or their family from an intruder when they go to the store or something like that?
General Jason, I'm going to call you Mr. Jason as you want me to call you General Jason. I'm saying right now, since Obama been elected, the hate groups, the white hate groups, there are almost 900 white hate groups in America, and it's getting stronger and stronger every day. Now you got David Duke is running for president, the favorite son of Louisiana, and I might vote for him. I don't know, but the point I'm saying is just that he feels
I don't know why you would.
He feels a lot of support. I voted for him last time he ran. I might vote for him again. But the point I'm saying is just that majority of people here in Louisiana are anti-black, and they are anti-Democrat, and they're anti-Obama. I mean, that's a fact. Well, I don't know why that is.
Well, I don't think that's a fact. I think that may be your perception of things.
But I don't know why a white person, a poor white person, would vote against itself. To vote for a Republican is to vote for your cut in Medicare, to cut in Medicaid, is to cut food stamps out, and cut any type of assistance for old folks out and people that's disabled. And the reason that they are like that the rich people, the corporations, give them a divisive issue like Confederate flag, that black person is your enemy, abortion, and things of that nature. You know, things that would that divide the races. And it's all about divide and conquer.
Why does abortion divide race? Why does abortion divide race?
Well, I'm saying that's one of the divisive issues. Okay. That's one of the divisive issues that they use in politics. The church, when it comes down to abortion, the church has lost its moral authority there. The church is the one who should be preaching that, not no president, not no governor, or not no parish president, matter of fact. We shouldn't be looking to political leaders for our religious perspective. We should be looking.
I get where you're going and where you're coming from, but we're kind of starting to spout off on different issues here and spiral off into different issues. I'd like to try to keep it to a few, if we will.
I'm going to take it back to the dead issue then. The whole thing, John Jackson, Jason, you know good and well, this has never come up with the white president. It only came up with this particular black president. They make it hard.
I totally disagree with you. This comes up no matter who's the president, from one side of the table or the other. It doesn't matter if the guy is Hispanic, the guy's white, or the guy's black. It comes up every year, every election cycle, in every national race that involves Congress. It comes up, these issues, and I don't think it has anything to do with a person's skin color. But look, I appreciate your call. I'll let you go for a little while now. Appreciate your call.
Okay, Jason, I love you. I still love you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, let's take another break. When we come back, we'll continue with more phone calls. 879-1231. If you want to hold through the break, 879-1231. We're taping live on Thursday night. It's about the top of the hour. We'll have time for a few more phone calls. So if you'd like to get involved, now's the time to do so. We'll take a short break. When we come back, more with your phone calls.